Arc Raiders has just dropped, and it's probably the most anticipated multiplayer game in 2025. But what is Arc Raiders and why should you play it? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you just why, so let's get into it. Raiders is a third-person PvPvE extraction shooter set in Speranza, and you are a raider who's living underground, hiding from the arcs or the robots, and you are set with the task of going topside every single raid to scavenge for materials, complete quests, and much more. Arc Raiders is developed by Embark Studios, who are also well known for making the other popular shooter game, The Finals. Now, I first played Arc Raiders back in May of 2025 in what was the Tech Test 2. I was fortunate enough to get access, and let me just say, instantly off the rip, I knew that this game was going to be the game for me. I knew that this game was going to be the next big thing, and I've been banging that drum ever since. Like, this game is amazing, and I'm going to tell you what, we're going to break it down in this video. It's going to be a little bit glazing. This isn't sponsored. You know, I'm not getting paid to do this, but I think that everyone should experience Arc Raiders, whether they like it or not. Again, it's all down to personal preference, but I absolutely love it. Like, this is my game. Now, the reason I think this game stands out from others in the genre, such as Escape from Tarkov and Arena Breakout Infinite, is just how accessible it is for your everyday regular player. Like, not the people like me or the people who have loads and loads of times to put into games. I'm talking about just your general, you know, dad, mum, they work a 9 to 5, they come home, they want to hop on a game for a couple hours with a few of their friends. This game is perfect for them, you know, or even if they just want to hop in and play solo. Like, this game is so accessible. The solo matchmaking is amazing. And because of the game itself, like the setting of the game, you are all raiders living underground from the Ark. Like, these robots are the enemy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's extraction shooter. The other raiders are also your enemies. But because of the voice proximity chat that you have, you can actually team up with other raiders. I would say that the majority of people I've run into solo, as long as I lead with an in-game shout of, you know, don't shoot, whether that's over the proximity chat or using the game's in-game voice wheel to say don't shoot, I find that most people are pretty cooperative.
Work together?
Yeah. Let's go, Axel. Hello.
Don't shoot.
Hello.
Thank you.
This sounds done.
Good luck out there, guys.
GG's. This game was set out to originally be a co-op PvE game. The Ark are no joke. Like, they really are the true enemy. They're hard to fight against. So another reason is the presentation. Like, I just think the fact that the game is simple makes it so much more appealing to a wider audience. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked Arena Breakout Infinite. I've never played Escape from Tarkov, but I liked Arena Breakout Infinite. But all the attachments on the guns and things like that, it can get super confusing, super complex. Whereas this game, you just have attachments for guns. You have shotgun mags, shotgun mag level 2, medium mag level 2, barrels, stocks, etc. It's not super confusing, it's super simple. And because of that, it will make it easier for people to actually get into and understand what they're doing. And also another massive reason, I believe, is just the general look of the game. And when we're talking about visuals, this game is second to none, I think, when it comes to graphics and optimization. Like, it's not just a beautiful game that runs bad, it's a beautiful game that runs very, very well on most PCs. And I say PCs because that's what I'm playing on, but I've heard it runs pretty well on console. And also, yeah, add on, this game is cross-platform. So even if you have a PlayStation, your friend has an Xbox or a PC, you can all play together, raid together, and have a great time. What is there not to love about that? Now, a lot of you won't have played an extraction shooter before, so I'm going to kind of explain the core gameplay loop surrounding Arc Raiders. Now, you have daily quests. You also have a quest line in itself, a storyline to follow along with and complete. Your daily quests reward you with creds, which you can use to buy cosmetics on the decks or the battle pass, essentially, and basically make your character look unique and look different. Now, you also have quests. These quests will make you go to different areas, different parts of the maps, fight different arcs, find different items, and bring stuff back and hand them in. And this is kind of the core gameplay loop. Like, you're trying to complete the quests and advance the story along, and there's little cutscenes and stuff along the way. Every raid you participate in, it doesn't matter whether you extract successfully or not, you will be rewarded with XP, and this XP will advance your level. Every time you level up, you get awarded with a skill point, and this skill point can be spent on the skill tree. And the skill tree has 3 different sections. You've got conditioning, mobility, and survival, and each one will give you different passes for your actual character. You also try to do things that upgrade your different benches. You've got gear benches, you've got explosive benches, med benches, a refiner. You're looking for items in raid and trying to extract with them, put them in your stash so that you can upgrade these benches. That is what this game is all about. It's all about progression, and it's not going to happen fast. It's going to happen over a number of raids. And then also end game content you can work towards as well. You have the caravan. Now the caravan is Arc Raiders version of Prestiging. Now by using this caravan and Prestiging, you can actually gain access to permanent buffs, such as things like expanding your overall stash size, which is very important in an extraction shooter. So just enjoy the game and the experience and work towards things and have fun. Now I'm doing a lot of bigging up, but we're going to do this one as well. Sound design. This game, if this game does not win awards for sound design, there will be riots, because it has the most immersive sound design I've heard in any game ever. Like the sound of gunfire, the sound of the arcs, like everything about it. I'm going to show you a few clips now just to really give you an idea. But it is so crisp, it's so clear, and it really, really makes you feel like you're there. Like you know when danger's nearby. Now look, I know the genre for a lot of people, the extraction shooter genre is just a no. Even just PvP in general, people just want to chill. But I would really urge you to give this one a go. I think it is that kind of... I think Tarkov kind of brought the extraction shooter to where it is, like in popularity. But I think this game does a lot of what Tarkov does better, and also it's not as punishing. Like, you don't die in one bullet, you know, like kind of Arena Breakout Infinite and Tarkov. Like, people have good ammo, you have bad armor, you die. Whereas in this game, you don't die super quick, so you kind of have a chance. And because it's not super punishing, I think that will appeal to a lot of players. And with the fact that you kind of, with the fact that you can just do free loadouts as well whenever you like. After you've played a certain amount of games, you unlock free loadouts, which means you do load in with less ammo, less meds. So you are at a bit of a disadvantage. However, what it does mean is that you're constantly making profit if you do make it out. And it gives people a great opportunity to practice and try different weapons and try different things. So if you are thinking, I don't like extraction shooters, you know, I don't like them, I would say for £30, give this one a try, see if you like it. I think it really is the stepping stone for a lot of people into the genre and that introduction. Now, I kind of briefly touched on it earlier. This game is an extraction shooter. You will lose your stuff if you die, but this game plays very well solo, right? It plays very well solo, and you'd think solo, if I die, I lose everything. That doesn't particularly like those two don't go together, but because of the VoIP, like because of the proximity chat that this game has, it does allow some really unique stories and some unique situations. Sometimes you'll meet nice people, sometimes you'll meet bad people pretending to be nice, sometimes you'll meet bad people who just want to kill you and take all your stuff. But I will say the solo experience I've had has been very enjoyable. I do find that the daytime raids, people seem to be a lot more friendly in the daytime raids. The nighttime raids, people can get very shooty off the rip, and I think that's due to nighttime raids having buffed loot, so increased loot finds. People want to just kill people, take what they've got, and get out. But like I said, it plays very well solo. It plays very well as a team. I think duo queue, you kind of get chucked to a trio. So if you're duoing, just be aware you probably will be playing against 3-mans. But as a solo, I've not ran into any duos. I've not ran into any 3-mans. I've only ran into solos teamed up with other solos. And most of the time, like I said, they're very friendly. Look, I don't like to talk about price because I think, you know, prices for each person, it's dependent. Some people might find it expensive. Some people find it cheap. But I think if we just compare it to other games that have been releasing recently, I would say this game is of a AAA studio quality. You know, like the likes of Call of Duty and those in EA, those people who bring out those games, this game has that level of quality for £30. Like, for you, I would say like half price of what most games are nowadays. For a standard version of a game, you're paying like 60 to 70 pounds nowadays. And this one's 30 for the standard, 50 for the deluxe, which gives you some extra in-game currency to spend on cosmetics. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's such good value for money. And I feel like I've already got my money back from it. I've put like probably up 30 hours in over the last 5 days. I've got my money's worth already, and there's more content coming out this month. There's more content coming out next month. They plan to make this game a 10-year game. I think it's a great investment, and I really think it is a lot of fun. Have a look at this content roadmap just for November and December, finishing out 2025. This is what Embark and Arc Raiders have planned. It looks absolutely insane. And if this is what they're releasing in the last 2 months of 2025, the first 2 months of the game being launched, can you imagine what the entirety of 2026 is going to look like? I'm excited. We've got new maps, we've got new quests, we've got new arc, we've got new in-game items. It's going to be good. And look, in conclusion, I was fortunate enough to play this game back in the Tech Test 2 back in May of this year. And as soon as I played it, I fell in love with it. The visuals, the sound, the voice chat, everything was it's just what I wanted in a game. And I know it's not going to appeal to everyone. And if you're having second thoughts about it or you're not quite sure, you can come and watch me stream it over on Twitch, twitch.tv/BlackBoye. We'll also be live on this YouTube channel, playing it most weekends. So if you do want to come and check it out, please feel free to drop in. It has got the right mix of everything that I want in a game. You know, the PvP is hard, the PvE is hard. You combine that together, and with the voice chat and people teaming up, eventually I feel like this game will kind of reach a point where the arc are so difficult that PvP is a second thought. It is an afterthought in this game. It is a part of it, but it's an afterthought. The PvE is the important thing, and that is what we're all fighting against with the PvP added in. I think if you took the PvP out, it would be bad. I think if you took the PvE out, this game would be bad. Together, it is this perfect concoction of just everything that makes this game great. Like I said, if you are on the fence about trying the game or buying it and you want to check out some more content, I will be uploading regularly and streaming regularly on this channel. So make sure to give this video a like, drop a comment if you did enjoy it, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more Arc Raiders content. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.